Wildcat hockey. There's an atmosphere to this game. The icy chill that hovers in the air. The rumble of dedicated fans against the glass. The sound of metal carving its path. Someone once said hockey was figure skating in a war zone. They weren't exactly wrong. There's an athletic tradition at the University of Arizona. One that isn't deterred by cacti or blistering heat. A tradition of hard work, perseverance, and preparation. A tradition of camaraderie and of school spirit. It grants us hope when times are hard and makes us strong so we can rise to our feet again. This tradition, it lives inside these players, and it lives inside their fans. So join us. We're ready to bear down. And something tells us you are too.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans, to another edition of the Bear Down Breakdown as we get ready to welcome GCU to the TCC this weekend. Coach, looking into this matchup, you've said in the past that GCU has kind of given this team some fits at times. What about their play style can cause that for your team, and what can you guys do to kind of counteract some of those issues you've had in the past?
Yeah, and anytime you play against a team that's had success against you, they come in with a lot of confidence. And so I think they play a confident game on their toes. They're heavy on the forecheck. I think the key to this team is you can't give them home run opportunities, meaning we've got to be really simple in the neutral zone. Any turnovers are going to lead to odd man rushes where they're very good. And we want to make sure that in the neutral zone, we're putting that puck deep, making them go 200 feet. If they're going to beat us, make them come through all of us, limit our mistakes, and reduce the risk.
Looking back at the last weekend against Utah, an offensive explosion there on Saturday night. Tyler Shetland with a hat trick, Dylan Walker with a number of points as well. What did you really like about that duo and how they were able to play off of each other?
Well, I guess playing into the confidence factor, it's good for us to get rewarded. We know we've got a lot of offense and a lot of skill on our team. But the message really was the things leading up to it and the details leading up to it. And I thought we managed our neutral zone much more simple. Every year, at the start of the year, it seems like it's a challenge of just simplifying the game. We try to do too much of the offensive blue line, and that only comes back to hurt you. And as the competition gets tougher throughout the year, it becomes more important. So, you hope you take those lessons into the next games and the next weekend, and you build on it. If we can do those things, if we can play simple, if we can make them come 200 feet, we feel confident our skill will be able to shine when it needs to.
So this weekend, a big WCHL conference matchup. Those points become, ever more crucial moving into the season. Being able to get these two wins at home, how do you think that would set up the team at the beginning of this season to keep pushing for that, national tournament spot?
Yeah, I think, obviously we're talking about conference matchups. It's a big goal of ours to make a run at and putting ourselves in a position to win this conference. It's something we haven't done for a couple of years after doing it 2 years in a row. It's tough to do. It's a tough conference. UCO is not going to give it up. UNLV is going to come. Grand Canyon always plays us tough. ASU, we play in the toughest conference in the country. So we really, nationally, that'll take care of itself. If you win this conference, you're going to be in great shape nationally because it's such a great conference. So, for us, it's about find a way to get the win Friday, find a way to give yourselves a chance for a sweep Saturday. But we certainly know the challenge we're up against. This team plays hard. They're difficult to play against. It's an in-state rivalry, so I think that's something that's different for our matchup compared to others in this conference. This isn't a close proximity and adds a little extra incentive. So, we know they're going to come hard. We feel like we're starting to get our game underneath ourselves. Should be two great hockey games with a quick turnaround.
And over the years, the quality of this conference has improved greatly, and now the competition level is so high. How do you think that benefits this program and being tested so often to keep progressing, towards that next level of a national championship?
Yeah, I think it's huge. In the past, when the schedule maybe wasn't as difficult, we'd get to the national tournament and it was like kind of a wake-up call as to the speed, the pace, the lack of time, the physicality. So we want it. We want to challenge our guys. Like that's why you play a Division I team in Arizona State last week, and you want to put yourselves into those positions where you do get exposed when you don't do the little things right. It's easy when you play lesser competition to get away with things that you're not learning. That over time, when you run into the Liberties, the Adrians, the Minot States, it's going to matter. It's going to cost you. So we welcome the challenge. That's part of my job is to make it as difficult as possible for my guys in practice in any way I can. And so through those challenges, you learn, you grow, you improve, you learn from your failures. And that's inevitable. You're going to have failures, but how do you handle it? And that's really where we're focused now is how do we take the adversity and turn it into positives?
Let's go live. Welcome in, Wildcat fans, to this matinee matchup between GCU and the U of A. Great to have you here live with us on the stream as your Wildcats hit the ice, coming off of a win last night. A good battle-back win for the Wildcats. Definitely some details to tighten up today. Wildcats a little bit lenient on the penalty kill, allowed GCU to stay in the game as a result of 2 of their power play goals. But the Wildcats got it together in the 3rd period. Jesse Lowell with 2 goals, Dylan Walker with 1, Brendan Williams with 1, and Nicholas Chioka with the 5th. A little bit of a different lineup here for the Wildcats. There's a couple players taking the scratches tonight. So drawing into the lineup, getting his first game as a Wildcat, will be number 3, Brian Erickson. But let's get ready for the starting lineup.
Starting at left wing from Chicago, Illinois, number 16, Dylan Walker. At right wing from Northbrook, Illinois, number 18, Jesse Lowell. At center from Tigard, Oregon, number 24, Tristan Swiger. At left defense from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, number 4, Luke Busby. And in right defense from Wayne, New Jersey, number 7, Nicholas Chioka. In goal from Finland, number 30, Nicholas Seppänen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we do ask you to rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we marched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Well, as we get set to drop the puck here on this Saturday matinee, the first 1 p.m. puck drop. But we're going to get a ceremonial puck drop here.
And Mansfield student Ben Flagg for today's ceremonial puck drop.
So the ceremonial puck drop here coming courtesy of Mansfield. And as the Wildcats get set to go, definitely a little bit of a different look on that top line. with Tristan Swiger, Jesse Lowell, and Dylan Walker. Brian Erickson getting his first opportunity as a Wildcat to draw into the lineup. Jacob Cosden moving up to forward. Matthew Marquis drawing back into the lineup. So definitely some changes here for Chad Berman coming into this Saturday matchup. Quick turnaround after that Friday evening win, but a big opportunity here for the Wildcats to secure the home sweep of GCU against a conference opponent. So as the Wildcats get going here, Walker goes in hard against Tristler. And GCU did a great job capitalizing on their power plays last night, but 5-on-5, U of A was the better team. We'll see how they respond today. It's always interesting, you know, sometimes feels like with these quick evening and then afternoon games, you almost don't leave the rink. So see how the legs are today. You know, a guy like Jesse Lowell is going to bring the effort no matter what. So the Wildcats here haven't been able to set up offensively, but hemming in GCU in their own end. So Wildcats change out one man behind the play. Now Walker will head off as well. Shetland coming over the boards on a line here. Rossi, he goes down. So it's going to be Rossi, Shetland, and Myers. Different look to the second line. Quick chance out there, and Shetland just couldn't corral that puck. Good vision by Fisher to find him streaking through the middle as two GCU players here will get it on the forecheck. Sepinen plays it around the boards. They knock it down behind the net for Fisher to retrieve. He takes a bump there in the corner, goes back at his man. So GCU getting their first opportunities in the U of A zone, but Wildcats keeping them on the outside along the boards as Booth for GCU down there in a battle. 3 GCU players collapsing down low, trying to pull this puck off the boards, but the Wildcats will be the ones to do it. So Myers will just dump that in. Rossi will get it on the forecheck. Laminis just gets it around there to Booth. Booth not able to get it out past Josephson. Now Cosden streaking to the net. Josephson just puts one wide. And GCU will be happy to just hammer that down the ice as those guys for GCU have been out there for a pretty long shift. So number 9 for GCU, Laminis. Definitely one of the more impactful players in last night's game. Keep an eye out for him. Number 44, Schmitz as well. But on the Wildcat side of things, really interested to see how Cosden handles being put back up at forward. He has played there before. Now quick shot from Hodgson that just goes high on the glove. And GCU going with their other goalie here tonight, DeMorinville. So number 75, DeMorinville, he'll get the start. Nicholas Sepinen back in the net for the Wildcats as he is the number 1 go-to goalie this season. And when Josh Lusby was up in the booth, he described it in a great way. Sepinen definitely this season has made all the ones he should, probably a good number that he shouldn't have as well, and he's been solid taking over that position after so many years of Anthony Churro and Nolan Bavolsik being the goalie tandem here at the University of Arizona. So Sepinen hasn't really been tested at all with 17:52 left to go in the first. DeMorinville has had a look at a shot or two, but hasn't had to be too active either. These quick turnaround games, always interesting to see how the guys come out in the first period, whether they're a bit tired, a bit rusty. That'll go down for icing. It's a quick turnaround physically for these guys, but the Wildcats, good opportunity here to continue building their home record up after dropping the season opener to ASU, beat Utah in back-to-back games. Now a chance to go 4-1 at home here today. Great to see so many fans here to support the U of A, even at a 1 p.m. start, our first 1 p.m. start of the season. Roadrunners in the building tonight. It's a great time to be a hockey fan in Tucson. So Chioka and Hodgson out there together at the moment. Wildcats change out a little bit more. Sepinen controls to Chioka. Now a good pass here. Great vision by Chioka to find Erickson. So Brian Erickson gets his first touch of the season. Tries to go back to the point. Busby's going to have to get in a race here, but Erickson did a good job getting in the way of Cummings without taking a penalty there. And that's one thing about the depth on this team. Chad Berman not afraid to, or certainly has no reason to be afraid of giving a guy like Erickson ice time. He's works incredibly hard in practice. He's earned his way into the lineup here today. Matthew Marquis, another player who hasn't gotten any time so far this year. He's getting a chance. So Chad Berman always looks to reward people who deserve it, and that's what's happening here today. Now Dylan Walker over the line, goes around his man. Walker tries to go out in front for a tap-in goal there. Just could not quite connect, but Walker, speed and patience. Now a chance here for Swiger. Swiger, quick shot and a pad save by DeMorinville. So Swiger, Lowell, and Walker going to work. Another chance out in front. DeMorinville had no idea where that one was, so a little pirouette on the pads there for DeMorinville, but Dylan Walker continuing to be incredibly dangerous. He had a great game yesterday, coming off a 5-point game against Utah the weekend past here at the Tucson Arena. So Dylan Walker continuing to show his offensive prowess. Great move into the middle. Walker, quick shot there. DeMorinville has to make a save with a lot of traffic out in front. 16 minutes left to go here in the first period. Wildcats with the better of the flow of play so far. They want to keep up that momentum that first line is bringing them. Now held there at the blue line. GCU not able to keep it out of the zone, so that'll be offsides. Face-off will come just outside the U of A zone. So some very different line combinations here for the Wildcats. Interesting to see how these guys mesh with one another. Chad Berman always talks about finding pairs of guys and then finding that third piece to complement them best they can in terms of the forward lines. And certainly the duo of Walker and Lowell was amazing last year. Walker has been great with Shetland too, but Shetland with Myers and Rossi should be an interesting combo here as Robertson for GCU trying to defend. Shetland, quick shot out to Fisher. DeMorinville just has to pad that one out. Certainly rebound opportunities here for the Wildcats if they get shots on the pads of DeMorinville. Rebound control so difficult. Now a chance out in front. Rossi with a great shot, and DeMorinville has to pad that one away too. So the Wildcats getting their looks and getting their opportunities here in the first period. Some great offensive creativity here, and DeMorinville has had to be busy. 14:41 left to go. Langus, he'll throw that in off the chest of DeMorinville as he makes another save. So the Wildcats here, lots of shots low on DeMorinville. Yesterday against Morgan, they were able to beat him over the shoulder mostly, so maybe a little bit of a different strategy here for a different goalie, but it'll never hurt you to create rebounds, shots on net. Just continue to press for those chances. Saw GCU yesterday, one of their goals, Karam off the boards, mess out in front, and the other two just deflections down low on the power play. So doesn't have to be pretty, just has to get in. Oakland with a little hit there on Josephson, dueling number 11s. So now Josephson reads that play, shuts that down. Now they go back to Josephson, great chance there, and DeMorinville has to make another save. But Jacob Cosden with a nice little nifty pass there to send Josephson in all alone. And DeMorinville has to shut down the angle. So Will Josephson out there on a line with Ziegler and Cosden. Langus and Hodgson on the back end. So GCU tries to ring this around. Cummings will knock this all the way down. No icing, waved off on the play. A little bit of a misjudgment there of the puck by Langus, and U of A will have to recover now as this is GCU's best opportunity the whole period. Sepinen has to make a big glove save. Cummings fighting for the rebound out in front, but Josephson tied him up. So just that tiny little error there behind the net sets up GCU for by far their best scoring opportunity of the game so far. Almost 6.5 minutes gone in the first period. Jared Overland will settle things down. Chioka switches out with him. The Wildcats will keep changing out as GCU does not want to send in a four-checker deep. They're just trying to clog things up in the middle, and it works well for them there. Chioka holds off his man Booth well. Throws it out to center ice. GCU will just dump it right back in. Busby now, he fans on that puck, and that comes out to the middle. Now all alone out in front was Potak, and Sepinen makes a huge save there. Now Lammanis, he throws one low in on net. Sepinen fights that one off. Big hit there by Booth along the boards as GCU looks to build some momentum. So the Wildcats not being pressured too much on the forecheck, but back-to-back turnovers in their own zone have resulted in GCU getting some offensive momentum here. And the Wildcats changing out once again. Definitely a bit of a delay here from Chioka, but he's just trying to get everyone wound up, try to get, you know, a set play through the neutral zone. Walker almost gets it, but Nylon for GCU breaks it up. Now Fisher bats it down low. Robertson there with Nylon. They're finally able to get it back out to center ice. So GCU zone entries, they haven't needed them because the Wildcats have just handed them the puck in their own zone so far. And that one's going to go all the way down the ice. That'll come back for a face-off in the U of A zone. So an interesting look here from the Wildcats in terms of Chioka being willing to be so patient behind the net as guys change out. But if GCU is not going to pressure, then why not get some fresh legs out there before trying to start the breakout? But maybe need to generate a little bit more speed coming over that blue line. So now Lowell skates center as Walker tries to get the pass away, not able to. Chioka back behind the net again. Tabacol shadowing him as GCU's just content to clog up the blue line, clog up the middle. Wildcats continue to change out, but Lowell not able to feather that pass forward for Swiger. So Wildcats, after some great opportunities, now a chance for GCU through the zone. They'll look to go back to the point. Fake shot, quick shot there. Sepinen didn't get in on him with a man screening out in front. They got the deflection there, but Ukol for GCU with a good zone entry and sets up an offensive chance. Now Swiger working hard on the boards, but comes to Cummings for GCU. Far boards, back and forth from Schwitz. They go back to the point, but they fan on the puck. Can the Wildcats get a breakout here? Cummings all over Walker. Walker all alone, 4-on-1, almost able to hold it off long enough for reinforcements, but just got it stripped from him. So GCU not able to keep that on sides, but Dylan Walker from his knees, 4-on-1, almost sets up an offensive opportunity. Good little bit of back and forth here. DeMorinville for GCU has not been too busy in the past couple minutes after the U of A's offensive flurry. But we remain 0-0 here with 10:40 left to go. Ari Rossi tries a little self-pass to the middle. That's read well there by Dent, and GCU now look to break it over the blue line. Cummings gets it as far as the dots, and Overland takes control. Hodgson now with it, goes back to Overland. Pass behind Hodgson, so he'll have to circle back. So some of these passes in the U of A's own zone has given GCU an opportunity. Those long cross-seam passes can be a little bit tricky, especially depending on the conditions of the ice. So the Wildcats here want to definitely start spending some time in the GCU zone, as they have not had to defend against too much here in the past 5 minutes. And that'll come all the way down the ice for icing. So you can certainly imagine these 1 p.m. matinee games. Maybe things aren't quite as crisp. Gotta wake up a bit earlier, be at the brink a bit earlier, coming off a game the night before. So hopefully the Wildcats can get settled in here and start testing DeMorinville once again. Against a team like GCU, you certainly want to try to get that first goal, especially just because GCU has been on a losing streak now, and if you can kind of break a bit of that confidence early in the game, might open up the floodgates. But GCU was able to come back and tie the game multiple times last night as a result of their special teams. So staying out of the box, very important for the Wildcats here, and possibly a chance, but Booth will just take the opportunity to dump it in low. Busby takes a hard hit there from Potak. So now Will Josephson, he'll just bat that out of the zone, and GCU will throw it right back in. Now chance out in front, and they almost get a big one there. So GCU going to work in the offensive zone. Quick shot there, and they had to be aware of that. Sepinen, I don't know if he got a pad on it, but a couple Wildcats helping him defend out in front, but GCU turns it over. They try to go back to the slot. Definitely the best shift so far in this game for GCU, but Cosden, good job to break up that play. Chioka cannot shovel it past Husby. So now Busby behind the net. Chioka and Cosden, bit of miscommunication there, and that's one thing Cosden's so used to playing on the back end, that adjustment to forward. Certainly a little bit of an experiment here, but Wildcats no worse for wear. Josephson throws a big hit there on Uckel. So they try to spring Brian Erickson. He gets in there with no icing, and he gets absolutely plastered into the boards, but pops right back up. So Laminis, number 9, a great effort there by Brian Erickson, number 3, drawing into the lineup for his first game as a Wildcat, puts in the effort and the hustle, gets the icing waved off, and Laminis puts him into the board. So that'll be 2 minutes for boarding. And the Wildcats power play that was huge in getting them the go-ahead goal last night will go back to work. So it was Brendan Williams scoring on the power play last night to give the Wildcats a 4-3 lead late in the third, and then Jesse Lowell with an incredible effort for the final empty netter to make it 5-3. So Will Josephson getting rewarded for his efforts so far this season, being put on that top power play line with Swiger and Lowell, and on the back end quarterbacked by number 7 Nicholas Chioka, and Walker also up on the point. So they'll redo the face-off here. It was a great possession play too, that Wildcats won the face-off. Williams went straight to the net. Chioka with a wrist shot and a tip out in front got the Wildcats in front last night, as the referee's trying to make sure the clock is all set to go here. They'll drop the puck. Wildcats get possession. Walker feeds it back to Chioka. Chioka, quick shot. Josephson trying to screen out in front. DeMorinville has to fight through a screen to see that one, so Will Josephson straight to net. Chioka's quick shot. Certainly similar to what they drew up last night. But now Jesse Lowell tries to get in there. DeMorinville, he loses his bucket. So the Wildcats, some quick jam plays here right into the slot off the face-off. Good to see the Wildcats not overpassing, not trying to be too fancy on the man advantage. Still a minute and 54 seconds left to go in it. 6 seconds and 2 whistles. So DeMorinville will reset his headwear. Josephson in to take the face-off. GCU able to win it, but great puck support from the Wildcats. Sets up the power play. Now Swiger back to Chioka. Chioka holds, tries to wait for a lane, goes back down to Swiger. Josephson pins his man into the board, so the Wildcats keep possession. Now Walker to Chioka. Swiger controls that. Chioka, quick shot there. Josephson screening out in front, almost got a tip on it. So 1:25 left to go in the power play. Wildcats look to set things up. Dylan Walker winds up with speed over the blue line. Holds up and waits, looking for a passing lane. Chioka able to hold that in at the blue line. They try to go across to Lowell, can't connect. Jesse Lowell digging away, but GCU with a good hustle is able to get that out. Oakland, but Malco only lets him get to center. Now Dylan Walker, he gets the puck stripped from him, but keeps fighting through it to keep possession. Great job there by Walker as Lewis was all over him. Now Walker into the zone. Waits, tries to go cross crease to Malco. They connect. Malco now goes down low. Malco looking for a lane. Almost gets the shot through, but a good block there by Uckel. And that puck just comes out of the zone as Overland couldn't quite hold it. 28 seconds left to go on the power play. So obviously the forward lines get shuffled, which means the power play lines get shuffled. So Shetland out there with Rossi at the moment and Myers. Shetland, Rossi, and Myers, they'll get a chance as a power play group. Malco on the point with Overland. Overland feathers the pass to Malco. He drops it down low. Myers trying to get in on the forecheck. Does. Shetland in support. They go back to the point, trying to work low to high, get this GCU penalty kill. Spread out a bit. Now a good job. Shetland, he tries to spin with it. Almost makes the move. Myers can't keep control. And that will do it for the power play, as GCU is able to kill off their first penalty of the game. Malco to Overland. Schwitz shadowing him along with Niailon. So that one gets waved off because of the contact from the GCU player, and now it's Spring. Gets it as far as the blue line. 5:47 left to go in the first period. Still goalless here. Wildcats have had the better offensive opportunities. Josephson not able to get there before Peterson, but he stays right with him. Now Laminis. GCU trying to get a clean breakout here. They get it to center. Fisher not able to knock it past Schwitz, and Sepinen doesn't take any chances. Comes out and smothers that puck. Ziegler making sure Schwitz understands that you don't touch Sepinen. So still a lot of hockey left to play here for this 1 p.m. matinee game. Wildcats still looking to break through on that first goal, but certainly with the line switches, not surprised that the offensive chemistry is taking a little bit of time to develop, but definitely Walker and Lowell and Swiger have been dangerous so far. Cosden with a great job there to get to his own pass, using that big, strong frame of his to just power his way down, but GCU commits 4 defenders to it and they break it up. Shively now just knocks it to the middle. Wildcats changing out. Walker almost able to skate onto a turnover off the bench. Wildcats with a couple near chances, but it's going to end up being Booth that gets it back. Quick shot there, and Sepinen had to be alert with the blocker. So that one hits Robertson in the back and knocks down to center ice. Booth now, he tries to go low as he takes the bump from Fisher. Forechecker for GCU coming in quick there, and Potak not giving the Wildcats a lot of time to get out of the zone. But now Dylan Walker, he tries to feather one to Lowell. Swiger in support. They also try to get it up the ice to Lowell. Gonna be blown dead here for a hand pass. 4:19 left to go. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning into the stream. If you do get a chance to join us here live, we'd love to have you at the Tucson Arena. Our next matchups, November 3rd and 4th against Oklahoma. 1 p.m. puck drop both days. So Swiger in to take the face-off here against Niailon. Swiger wins it to Lowell. Lowell back to the point. Quick shot there from Hodgson. He tries to keep it in the zone. Almost able to, but just not quite. Niailon can't get to that puck first. Now Jesse Lowell looks to put the pressure on. Swiger steps up at the blue line. So does Hodgson. He gets a nice little hit there on Niailon. So that one into the skates of Lowell. Not able to control it. GCU forces it back in as Walker tries to get it through 2 players, but GCU able to keep possession. Good job there by Hodgson again to knock his man off the puck. And he gets it up to Shetland. Now Tyler Shetland trying to go wide on Laminis. Almost able to, but Laminis just gets enough of a stick in there. But now Tyler Shetland with a chance. Decides to skate back to the outside, try to open things up a little bit. Rossi not able to keep the pressure on as GCU gets it out, but a good job there from Myers. He gets through 2 men. Myers in shot right into the chest of DeMorinville, but Sam Myers with a nifty little move, causing some GCU players to get in on the Keystone Cops moment, take each other's legs out. So Sam Myers certainly settling in here to his role at the U of A. Getting his first full season as a Wildcat. He's shown some great patience and hands so far this season. The Wildcats still looking for that first goal here this afternoon. 3 minutes left to go in the first period. Laminis waits and waits, tries to find a pass, and GCU will have to recover. They send it right up through the middle, and Myers read that well. Now Rossi. He'll dump it in deep, and Malco will go chase against Cummings. Malco gives him enough trouble to get some support. Great job there. But Cummings able to skate away with it. GCU, though, not able to connect on the pass. Icing waved off here. So now Fisher with it. They try to line him up along the boards, but he escapes that check. Tries to drag it through. Just a little bit too much traffic along the near boards. Wildcats doing the little things right now, especially defensively, not allowing GCU many opportunities. So Marquis now in a battle. Fisher comes in support. Erickson with a great hustle there to cause some issues and throw a good hit. Fisher knocks his man down. 37 right, and then he took a little bit of a kick to the head from his own teammate, but he looks no worse for wear. They try to spring the breakaway pass here to Erickson, but just not able to connect. Now Fisher lobs one through the middle, knocked down by GCU as they'll enter the zone now. They look to go out in front. Sepinen was ready to make the save as I believe that was number 18, Nylon, crashing the net there. Puck never quite got to him, but you could see from the reaction of Sepinen, he was ready to make the save if the redirect was coming. So GCU scored 2 of their goals last night on redirections out in front, so certainly something the Wildcats want to be aware of, are those tips out in front that really give Sepinen no chance to make a save. GCU, they work it back to the point. Over to Uckel, they throw that one down low. Now Olsen, he works it back to the point. Tristler, Walker pressures him. GCU with just no time and space right now, but a stick on the ice. That one just goes wide on the glove side of Sepinen. As the Wildcats try to sort out this defensively with 1 minute remaining in the period. Now maybe a chance here for Laminis. Puck bounced on him, so he couldn't control it. Couple quick passes here as GCU tries to get into an open lane. Overland and Lowell working down low with Swiger in there too. 43 seconds left to go. Now the Wildcats try to break out the captain Lowell through the center. DeMorinville has to come out and play it. He does a good job to get enough on that puck to get it down the ice, but not too much for an icing. So now they try to go to the middle to Lowell again. Laminis with a great defensive move. Or Lowell was in all alone, and then Laminis goes absolutely flying, fully off the skates. And we have a stoppage in play here. Certainly got a feeling it's going to be a penalty coming up on Jesse Lowell as him and Laminis came together behind the play, and almost looked like Laminis jumped on a mini trampoline with how much verticality he got there. So the captain, Lowell, he'll head to the box as GCU will get their first chance on the power play. Only 16 seconds left to go in the period. So unless GCU is able to pot something here quickly, they will start the second period on the power play. So Josephson, Schwitz wins the faceoff. Quick shot there. Sepinen has to fight that off with the blocker. Wildcats able to clear it down. 6 seconds left. And that will do it for the first period. So the Wildcats unable to convert on their power play opportunity. GCU will start the second period with their first. Wildcats definitely with the better of the offensive play, but GCU hanging in there with them. Should be an interesting finish to the matchup this afternoon. We'll be back to bring you the second period in just a little bit. This is Sebastian Janik, and this is Wildcat Hockey.
Welcome to Bulldog Nation. I'm Jennifer Flagg, Magnet Coordinator at Mansfield Magnet Middle School, and I'm thrilled to introduce you to our incredible school. Mansfield Magnet Middle School is an A+ award-winning, nationally recognized science, technology, engineering, and mathematics magnet school located on 6th Street, right across from the University of Arizona. We are a community dedicated to students' academic and personal success for today and the future through STEM education. At Mansfield, our quest is to be the best. Teachers embed at least one of 17 STEM practices in every lesson, in every class, every day, so that students experience inquiry and collaborative problem solving throughout their day. One of the things that makes Mansfield so special and successful is that STEM is integrated throughout the entire curriculum. We have a 7-period day, which allows students to take specialized STEM courses in addition to the core curriculum. They also engage in quarterly cross-curricular STEM units in which they engage in topics and problems from a variety of perspectives and content areas. We also partner with the University of Arizona and a variety of community organizations to host family STEM nights and STEM challenges to enrich and extend student learning. And we are a technology-rich campus with a one-to-one iPad program through our Verizon Innovative Learning Schools grant. But Mansfield isn't just about STEM. We offer GATE, pre-advanced placement, and intervention classes to ensure that every student is challenged and supported to reach their full potential. In 8th grade, students can take up to 5 high school credit classes in English, math, science, Spanish, and teen court. As a comprehensive middle school, we also have an extraordinary fine arts program that includes visual art, chorus, band, orchestra, and guitar. Students can also choose to study Spanish, take PE, or deepen their STEM learning with Science Olympiad. And we're very proud of our girls and boys sports teams, including volleyball, basketball, cross country, soccer, and track and field. While Mansfield is able to offer all of these opportunities, we're also sensitive to the transition that our 6th grade students are making from elementary school to middle school. We have a dedicated 6th grade wing, lunchtime, and counselor, and we use a team model so that our 6th graders see the same team of teachers all day. If you are interested in learning more about Mansfield Magnet Middle School, please visit our website or our Facebook page, or call the Magnet office at 520-225-1807. Go Bulldogs!
It's a lot of fun. Just getting those opportunities there with Walker moving the puck well, and all 3 of us just using our speed really helps me individually. Frees me up, allows me to play my game, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, now we're roommates this year, and I think everything just kind of clicked. I think I see the ice pretty well, and I think his speed goes really well with that, and I think he was just in all the right places, and I kept finding him.
I think it's really nice because he's good at hold-up play. He's good at waiting for guys to make things happen, and I think obviously my strength is my legs and my speed, so the two really just seem to pair off each other really well. Like, he'll hold the puck up, and I'll go and slash somewhere, and he'll find me, and I'll find him off my back or something like that, and we're just out there skating around having fun. So
I mean, I think I'm a pretty skilled player, and I think I find guys pretty well. I think I'm a good playmaker, and I think shot converted pretty well last Saturday, and I think that was proven.
I think last season's group was just as tight as this season's group. We never really had a problem with camaraderie in the locker room, and that's still not a problem now. But I think as far as pace and skill and the way we're able to read off each other and make plays this year, it's pretty night and day different to last year as far as what we're able to do.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're 3 games into the year, obviously love to put up a 5-point game. Like, it obviously boosts the confidence a lot. It makes me look pretty good in the stat sheet. So obviously no complaints there. Feeling pretty good going into this weekend.
This is the best place to be. I mean, the atmosphere is unrivaled. Our vibe in the locker room's awesome, and any college hockey player would have a great time playing here.
0-0 end of the first period. What do you guys need to do to get going for the second?
Yeah, overall right now we are playing a good game, but we just got to keep doing the little things right and create more offense, be a little more creative once we get the puck in the offensive zone, and just keep doing the little things right in the defensive zone and lock on sticks, and yeah, we'll find a way.
Thanks, Fish.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans, as we get set to drop the puck on the second period. Definitely not the cleanest of first periods for the Wildcats. They did have the best of the offensive opportunities, but GCU starts the period on the power play. Jesse Lowell will be in the box. So GCU, their power play last night was deadly. They worked it up at the point and just quickly got shots down low on net. Couple redirects out in front. Really set up GCU for their opportunities. We'll see if they go with the same power play strategy this time. And obviously some of the Wildcats' offensive difficulties stem from the line juggling, guys trying to find some chemistry, but certainly liked what we saw out of Walker, Lowell, and Swiger on that top line. Dylan Walker always so dangerous offensively, no matter who he is on a line with. Shetland with Myers and Rossi. And Brian Erickson getting his first game as a Wildcat. Matthew Marquis drawing into the lineup. Cosden moved up to set forward. So GCU able to win possession and start this period on the power play. Connor Ziegler shadows Laminis, but Laminis goes hard down the boards. Stick goes flying, and the Wildcats, that one does not clear the zone cleanly, so that'll come back in for an offensive zone faceoff for GCU. So Schwitz will be in to take the face-off for GCU. Josephson in there for the Wildcats. Josephson and Ziegler, the penalty-killing pair. Josephson wins it back. Fisher hammers it hard off the boards. GCU, though, barely able to keep it in. Quick little turnaround clear, trying to get it off the boards, and the Wildcats do get it out. So good job there. Second and third effort opportunities to get the puck out of the zone. GCU trying to set up now as Uckel gets in down below the net. Oakland tries to get it out in front. Nothing going there. So the Wildcats doing a great job so far in this penalty kill. But now GCU will work it up to the point. Laminis over to Uckel, back to Laminis. He takes a quick shot. Good wrist shot there from Laminis, but just goes wide on the glove side of Sepinen. Four-man pile along the boards. Oakland works it back down. Good job there to keep possession. Now a quick shot here, and GCU, absolute ripper of a one-timer there. I believe that was Uckel. Now Schwitz goes down low to Cummings. Cummings looks up high to Laminis. Tries to do the quick slap pass there. And Laminis cannot keep it in at the blue line. So 20 seconds left to go after GCU started the period. Fresh sheet of ice on the power play. So Josephson, great job there to apply the pressure and cause the turnover. Walker now 2-on-4 for the Wildcats, and Walker will just skate it out of the zone. Good patience there and vision to kill that off. Now Walker, he'll race in. Has to force DeMorinville. And a big hit there as Jesse Lowell looked to line up his man. So now Dylan Walker tries to work it down low to Swiger. He thought Walker might be coming with him behind him with the drop pass. So interesting look is maybe Cosden back on the D side of things now. Maybe out there as a penalty-killing defenseman. Walker, great job there to pick the puck. 3-on-2 over the line. Now Swiger over to Lowell. Jesse Lowell tries to go back door to Walker. You would have maybe loved to see Jesse Lowell just rip that wrist shot, as he's got such a dangerous shot. We saw last season with how many goals he scored that way, but tries to go back door to Walker. Swiger now out to Walker. They go back to the point. Hodgson, quick shot there. That one just gets deflected wide. Walker, he takes a stick up high. Luckily for those cages, no worse for wear. Walker now trying to create some space, gets it back to Hodgson. Now Overland, quick shot there as DeMorinville fights that off. Swiger down in the blue paint. So the Wildcats trying to take advantage of the GCU line change, but Swiger was down there pinned. Well, he was pinning a GCU player as they got into it in the crease there a good bit. So the Wildcats not able to jump on that. That will be an icing. So face-off comes back into the U of A zone. So Swiger in to take the face-off against Nylon. Nylon wins it. Quick shot there from the point. Gets blockered wide. Hodgson absolutely manhandles his assigned man out in front of the net. It's Olsen and Hodgson going at it. Hodgson, a feisty player on the ice. One of the calmest guys ever off of it, but fiery on the ice. DeMorinville thought that was going to be icing, but Shetland gets in there first with his great speed. Shetland works it down low. Oh, you could see trying to get that puck back into the slot right away. Rossi just couldn't quite complete the pass, but Shetland doing a great job here creating havoc in the GCU zone. Shetland working down low with Rossi. Now Ari Rossi goes back to the point. Quick shot there, looking for a tip. Just goes wide. Another quick shot. Busby wide on the blocker side as well. And now maybe a 2-on-1 for GCU, but Busby, great reaching effort. Nylon streaking through the middle. Now a chance here. Sepinen has to fight through a lot of bodies out in front, and it just hits him and drops down to his feet. So GCU here, their first real opportunity of the period, 15:50 in. And now can maybe Myers get some space all alone, but can he hold long enough for reinforcements? He gets taken down. Josephson trying to get in there, but it's going to be GCU that comes away with the better of it. Now Potak almost gets tipped out in front by Wright streaking to the net. Wildcats possibly with a chance here if they can get on their horse. Cosden tries to go down the boards. He takes a hard hit there from Potak. So GCU wrapping up the physicality. And now Josephson out in front, jam play, and Cosden scores! Jacob Cosden with a great goal out in front, and the vision from Will Josephson to find him. What an effort there from those two as the Wildcats break the deadlock. And DeMorinville not able to keep that one out. Cosden moved it forward, and they go to work down low. So GCU, just as they started ramping up the hitting and probably had one of their best offensive shifts, the Wildcats come right back down the ice. And I think that's going to be the first goal of his Wildcat career for Jacob Cosden as Josephson picks that puck up. So Jacob Cosden using that big body down in front. Just muscles that one past DeMorinville.
Goal! Scored by number 2, Jacob Cosden. Assist to number 11, Will Josephson. Time of the goal, 4:47 of the second period.
So the Wildcats look to go right back to work in the GCU zone. So Jacob Cosden, looking at the lineup, might not have thought that he'd be the first goal scorer of the night, but good on him. And the Wildcats now, though, are going to have to defend against the GCU pressure. Robertson throws that one on net, goes way up in the air, and everyone loses it. But Shively now in against 2 players along the boards. Malco comes in for support. Peterson for GCU trying to scrape that puck out of the scrum. Now Spring over to Robertson. Robertson takes a big hit there as Brian Erickson lays him out. So Erickson making his presence known in his first game. As they look to dig along the boards, Cummings gets in there as well. So 3 GCU players. That comes out, though, to Matthew Marquis. Little chip self-pass to get into the zone. DeMorinville tries to knock it down just enough. Cummings, though, not able to play it as Dylan Walker skates onto the puck. Now Walker looks out in front. Swiger gets the shot off, but Cummings was in the lane. He's stung by that one as Swiger got a good wrist shot off there, but Cummings was in the lane. Now Jesse Lowell, he connects with Cummings. Now Overland. Quick shot there and a pad save by DeMorinville as the Wildcats look to pour on the pressure, and GCU just scrambling to ice it there. So Cummings learning exactly just how difficult playing hockey is here. Big shot block, stung by that. Then he takes a hit from Lowell. He's going to be stuck out there on this shift as though GCU was just forced to ice that. So Swiger, Lowell, and Walker will look to go to work. Swiger wins it back. Overland just touches it down to the zone, but GCU able to clear it out. And I'm sure they're going to be looking for a line change. So it's delayed offsides here as GCU switches out behind the play. Dylan Walker winding up speed through the middle. Walker 4-on-1, dishes it all the way down and gets to his self-pass. Walker, he gets spun around and taken down in the corner. But GCU not able to exit the zone. Swiger tries to look down low to Walker, just couldn't quite connect. The Wildcats hemming GCU in here. Walker trying to fight his way to the middle of the ice. Gets tied up there hard. And they're going to continue to go at it. Trister and Walker. Walker can't get his hand free. And Walker's going to go for that one. So Trister, who was in the middle of everything last night causing problems. And Walker got the hands up here, so he's going to go to the box. We'll see if they're matching penalties after Trister gets enough hair flips in for the day. So it will be coincidental minors here. Both are going to go. Walker looked like he was just trying to get his hand free, and Trister just wouldn't let go of it. So maybe trying to make a new friend here down at the U of A, but I got a feeling those two guys don't have much nice to say to one another, but good on the refs for just making sure this doesn't get out of hand whatsoever. Send them both to the box. So now Ziegler, or that was Shetland in to take the face off. So a little bit of 4-on-4 action here as things open up. See what Shetland can do with his speed along with Myers. Now Chioka trying to line up his man. With a good job there by Uckel to get off the check. A little pirouette move to get it down low, but Busby pins him into the boards. And now Chioka can't come away with it. Good job there by Peterson to get in and support. So Busby, he knocks it by Uckel. Myers' shoulders spring off the puck. Wildcats trying to get possession, get out of the zone during this 4-on-4. Now Shetland, he hits Myers with speed. 2-on-1 as Chioka joins the rush. Myers over to Chioka. Chioka just couldn't handle the puck. You could see he was trying to go forehand, backhand, and just couldn't quite connect. And what an absolute monster hit by Hunter Hodgson as he lines up his man. Now a chance out in front, shot, and they score! Nicholas Chioka couldn't bury it, but he sets up Will Josephson. What a goal there by Josephson to settle the puck down and beats DeMorinville. So Hunter Hodgson absolutely demolishes a GCU player at center ice. And Will Josephson, the beneficiary of the soft hands of Nicholas Chioka. Chioka, no hesitation in his game. Sometimes you see players get a bit demoralized after they miss such a great opportunity, but Chioka sticks right with the play and sets up Josephson. And now maybe another chance here for Shetland. Shetland trying to work with Josephson.
Nicholas Chioka, time of the goal, 8:14 of the second period. Again, Wildcats goal scored by number 11.
So the Wildcats taking advantage of that extra space, opened up 4-on-4. Will Josephson with a beauty of a goal on an absolute beauty of an assist by Chioka. So guessing Trister probably not too happy with his decision to get tied up with Walker, because the Wildcats certainly the more dangerous team so far here on the 4-on-4, potting one already. 20 seconds left to go if they can get this rush over the line. Nice pass here. Ziegler barely offside as Overland found him. So the bad luck for Connor Ziegler continues. He's had so many good games here. He had a great series against Utah. Blocked some huge shots, great on the penalty kill. Has not gotten rewarded so far, but with the effort that he puts in, it's certainly coming. Just barely missed the empty net last night. So hopefully he'll be able to get rewarded soon for his efforts in this game, but a great job by Spring to get it over the line. Works in all alone, Shively on him. Good support there from Fisher. Wildcats able to knock that out of the zone with speed. Walker and Lowell trying to go tandem. Back-to-back passes, they just couldn't quite connect. Uckel, though, couple dipsy-daisy moves to get away from multiple Wildcats. As GCU looks to bring it in the zone, Lowell puts his man into the boards as he always does. Always finish your checks, and Jesse Lowell lives and dies by that mentality as Landmanis tries to go at him. Lowell goes right back at him. Fisher with a great move over the blue line. Tries to kick it up to the stick just a little bit too far. Robertson rings it around but only finds Walker. Walker, though, miscommunication here with Busby as Oakland gets in, but Busby, great job to recover, get back, and break up that play. But Shetland, he'll have to skate back. That one comes right out to the slot. So luckily the Wildcats don't get punished there after a couple little turnover mistakes, and Sepinen not able to get that one to settle for him, so Cummings gets in there. Shetland trying to disrupt him. Chioka puts his man hard into the boards. It's a good job here by Peterson for GCU. And now a chance for Peterson. Good blocker save by Sepinen. The Wildcats just trying to settle things down, recover a little bit here. 9:18 left to go in the second period. Wildcats up by 2. Now Dylan Walker in, goes around his man. Trister and Walker go back at it. And now Schwitz, number 44 for GCU, with speed over the blue line. Drops it there to Potak. Potak looking for a tip there as Peterson. Quick shot again from the point, just goes wide on the glove side of Sepinen. So goals this period coming from Jacob Cosden and Will Josephson. The depth for the Wildcats stepping up and scoring 2 big goals in this period after finishing off the penalty kill to start it. It's so good to see guys like Cosden and Josephson get rewarded for their hard work, and especially Cosden being moved up to forward. big adjustment for a player, but he fit in great on that play where Josephson found it out front. So Josephson with a pair of points here so far this afternoon. Now Jared Overland tries to work it back to Hodgson. Hodgson, nice little backhand pass there. They go through the middle, almost able to connect with Cosden, but Laminis breaks it up. Great job there by Ziegler. Causes the turnover in the GCU zone. Josephson tries to go to work on Laminis. Overland just not able to hold that in. Now Hunter Hodgson circles at the blue line. Wildcats trying to build some speed through the neutral zone. Ziegler will knock that in. DeMorinville comes out to play it. Great hustle here by Erickson on the back check. So dueling number 5s as Shively puts Olsen into the boards, and Shively comes away with it. Now Erickson gets on his horse. Don't know if he beat out the icing, but he certainly forced DeMorinville to make a play on the puck. But now 2-on-2, Shively able to break it up enough so there's no clean zone entry. Olsen down low for GCU, supported there by Husby, but Malco comes away with it. Now Ryan Malco looks to go middle. Matthew Marquis trying to fight it into the zone. Husby not able to receive that pass. Fisher trying to beat out his man, no icing. So GCU now, they fan on that pass but keep possession. Look to go to the slot, but they only find Erickson. So now Brian Erickson, he'll get in on the forecheck, allow the Wildcats to change out behind him as Dent is all over him. So Oakland for GCU just knocks that off the boards. Good hustle here though by Lewis to put some pressure on Chioka. He turns away from it. Nice outlet pass there, trying to find Walker as he's tied up with Laminis. No icing again. So now Lowell goes back to the point. Chioka calling for the puck. Busby. Walker just elects to let that one go around the boards as Lowell works it down. Now he's going to try to force his way to the center. Quick shot there, barely goes wide on the glove side. Now Busby over to Walker. Walker skates in, quick shot there. DeMorinville with 2 good saves as Jesse Lowell followed up on the opportunity from Walker. So Jesse Lowell, just such an overall great player, and his chemistry with Walker has certainly been showing as they've been reunited. And Swiger fitting in seamlessly to that line as well. So Swiger in to take the face off, but it'll be Spring that comes away with it for GCU, and Jesse Lowell makes him pay for that zone exit. Jesse Lowell tries to little back pass, doesn't quite connect as Robertson and Spring were all over him. So now Langus finds Lowell. Wildcats almost with a great opportunity there to get through the neutral zone with speed, but just broken up. Rossi shovels that one to the near boards. Walker feeds Swiger. He'll just dump it in there on DeMoraville. Good job there by Rossi to finish his check. Cummings cross ice to Swist. Rossi trying to find Myers, streaking through the zone, can't connect. Now Tyler Shetland, he'll ring it around the boards. Myers trying to get there first in a battle with Trister, and absolutely plasters him down to the ice. So now Fisher with a quick shot there. DeMorinville not able to glove it as Myers almost finished up the rebound. So now a chance here for the Wildcats to recover. Shively with Olsen shadowing him. Fisher looking for the long outlet pass. Rossi, he's going to go for a change. Fisher racing back for it against Henriksen. GCU not able to set anything up really during this period, and that's exactly how the Wildcats want to play this defensively. GCU really relied on their ability to go low to high and get shots from the point last night. The Wildcats have just not given them any time and space to do that. Now Cosden sweeps it past Laminis. He turns to get away from the pressure. Good hit there by Josephson to break up the play. And the puck stays in the GCU zone for the moment. And they'll just have to loft that one through center. Busby back for it, no icing. Cosden plays it back to Busby. Now Chioka, that is in his skates, but he's able to recover and get it to Cosden. So now Will Josephson. Good patience there, almost finds Cosden with some speed, but just too far out ahead of him. Robertson rings it up the boards, but Josephson seals it off. Will Josephson having one of his best games as a Wildcat, certainly his best game this season so far. He's in a little bit of discomfort there, or just end of a shift, and now GCU 3-on-2. They work it around. They try to go back to the slot. Pass doesn't connect. Huge hit there by Brian Erickson. His second of the game, so Erickson, who has been very physical so far, and now a chance for Malco. Malco just goes wide on the glove side. So it was Spring that Erickson put the body into. Spring able to recover now. He throws a big hit back at Erickson. So they each take a number. Erickson working down low. He gets taken down. DeMorinville's recovered his stick after losing it for a moment. So the hit from Erickson fires up GCU. And then Erickson comes right back at him again. 2:45 left to go in the second period here at the Tucson Arena. Wildcats up 2 goals coming from Josephson and Cosden. So still some of the big guns for the Wildcats have not found their way onto the score sheet, but so good to see those depth guys producing and coming through. And for a guy like Brian Erickson, who's drawing into this game for the first time, he has been all around the puck, throwing some huge hits. Really liked his game so far. Hunter Hodgson also really critical in setting up that first goal. Now Walker over to Lowell. Lowell with a shot. And DeMorinville has to flash the leather on Jesse Lowell. So good to see Lowell not turning down an opportunity to shoot there. DeMorinville had to be alert to it. So now Swiger in to take the face-off against Schwist. GCU looking for that flyer up through the middle. Olsen couldn't handle it cleanly, but gets in there first, but Fisher gives him a rough enough ride to where he can't control the puck. GCU tries to swat it to the slot, but Jesse Lowell gets it over to Dylan Walker. Or actually, that was John Shively who joined up in the play a little bit. So Shively and Fisher, who have been so good defensively so far this season. 2 veteran guys who work very well together, allowing Chioka and Busby to be a little bit more of that offensive-minded pairing. So no icing here. Fisher will loft that through the zone. That's played with a high stick, so GCU won't touch it. Wildcats do, though, as Fisher. Shetland tries to go down the boards. Shetland stays with it as Cummings can't get it past Shetland. Tyler Shetland, one-man shift right here. Now Walker, quick shot there on DeMorinville, and he'll smother that one. So what looked like was going to be an easy out for GCU. Tyler Shetland battling hard along the boards, keeps the play alive, gets a chance there for Walker. So Rossi, Shetland, and Myers out with Chioka and Busby. As DeMorinville gets a little bit of an equipment refit there, courtesy of his teammate. So a good period here for the Wildcats. They kill off the penalty to start the period, and Cosden and Josephson go to work to get the Wildcats a 2-goal lead. Now Shetland, Myers back to the point. Busby couldn't quite control it, but he immediately got back. So Busby recognized that he didn't quite handle that. Immediately gets back on a defensive role as the Wildcats are forced to just ice this. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in the second period. Your Wildcats up 2-0 with a chance to complete the season, the weekend sweep here against GCU, which would make them 4-0 against their WCHL opponents in the last 2 homestands. This would be a big confidence game for the Wildcats, considering just how many guys have been shuffled in the lineup. Certainly not ideal from a coaching or player perspective in that regards, but guys have stepped up. You never know, sometimes those accidental line chemistry matchups can really result in something special, as we saw when Walker and Shetland were united against Utah. So now GCU able to keep it in the zone for the moment. 35 seconds left to go in the period. Myers tries to go for the backhand pass, but GCU picks it off. But then GCU goes for the backhand pass and the Wildcats pick it off. Rossi almost with a beautiful little move there, just couldn't quite complete it. 20 seconds left to go in the period. GCU trying to get one last rush, but Chioka, he throws that right onto the bench. And definitely heard the refs yelling too many, so we'll see if GCU is going to go for a too many men on the ice call or the U of A, but certainly heard someone from ice level yelling too many. So we'll see how this sorts out in just a moment. So the face-off does come out of the zone. No penalty on the play. Maybe just a warning of too many men if GCU had played the puck. That's another puck right into the benches. 7 seconds left to go in the period. Wildcats with a solid 2-goal lead here on this Saturday matinee at the Tucson Arena. Wildcats go back to defend. Hodgson just going to eat up these final seconds as the period comes to a close. So Jacob Cosden getting his first, and Will Josephson scoring for the Wildcats to get a 2-goal lead going into the third period. Wildcats with a solid effort through 40 minutes. Let's see if they can finish it up in the final 20. This is Wildcat hockey.
Why wreck? A simple question, right? Well, the answer might surprise you. What makes you show up? Gets you out of bed? Drives you after studying? What makes you put on your suit? Swipe in? Pack up? Why wreck? The answer is as personal as you. Take that first step and make us part of your day. Dive in. If no one invests in you, invest in yourself. If no one believes in you, believe in yourself. Show up. Show up by hitting the court, the trail, the weight room, the cardio machines. Show up for your friend, your team, your family, and more importantly, yourself. I could keep going, but I think you're getting the picture. Here at Campus Rec, you matter. No matter your ability, where you come from, or who you are, step out of your comfort zone. You may come to realize that that leap of faith is more a leap of fun. Campus Rec is your house. Whether you show up at South Rec at sunrise, North Rec at night, or Bear Down Rec after a break. Whenever, wherever, however you rec like a Wildcat. Because here at the University of Arizona, everyone has their own reason to wreck. What's yours? Make Campus Rec part of your day.
I've gotten a lot of development. Practice has been going really well. We've been putting in a lot of work, and it's been paying off, especially against Utah. It's been great playing on the top line. A lot of good chemistry between me and the other two. I've gotten a lot of development. Practice has been going really well. We've been putting in a lot of work, and it's been paying off, especially against Utah. It's been great playing on the top line. A lot of good chemistry between me and the other two. A lot of good puck movement. We're going to generate a lot of offense, I think, this coming weekend, and it should be exciting. Yeah, it was for the first couple weeks, the first few games, but now I feel like it's just the same as last year. Like I feel confident, able to make plays. Like I don't feel nervous now going into games, which is good. I feel I don't know what the word is, but I feel at home now, I guess. I think the break was nice, just to kind of relax, get the body back to 100%. But after the 3 games, like just the pace, getting used to the pace, I think is big. Just making that step up was just a big of adjustment, and now I kind of feel set in and ready to go. He just plays such a hard game, always working 100%, hitting guys, just leading by example, doing everything that all of us should be doing, and it gets everyone going. And he's always positive on the bench, getting guys up, and just making sure we're doing everything we need to do. So it's a good example to follow, and it's really nice to have that leadership, especially my freshman year.
Good, feels great. We look a lot better than we did yesterday. I just got to keep things simple going into the final period here.
You think GCU is going to come out hot for that third period?
I'm sure it's their last period here in Tucson, so I'm sure they're going to give us everything they got. Thank you.
go live. Welcome back, Wildcat fans, as we get set to drop the puck on the third period. Good effort for the Wildcats in the second. Goals coming from Jacob Cosden and Will Josephson. The depth guys getting it done so far for the Wildcats here in this afternoon matinee. But still 20 minutes of hockey left to play. GCU were quite resilient last night. We'll see if the Wildcats can beat that out of them here in the third period and finish up this home stand. So a pretty disciplined game here from both teams. You really haven't seen many guys go into the box. Jesse Lowell did go for one play, but I think the hit he threw on Laminis might have been worth it, considering the PK was so good. So 2-0 here for the Wildcats. Saturday matinee game here at the Tucson Arena. Thank you everyone so much for joining into the stream. I promise someone will be back in the booth with me again soon, so you won't have to listen to just my ramblings. Garrett Kane should be back soon, but now a chance here for GCU as they come over the blue line with a lot of speed at the beginning of this period. Walker just bangs it off the boards. Lowell wasn't able to control it. So now here a turn and a little shot there from the Ilon as he tries to get it to the slot. GCU with some good jump here in the first 30 seconds of the period. Lowell tries to seal up the boards, but GCU continues to work it around the perimeter. Wildcats get possession back. Walker not able to connect on the pass with Lowell, but they'll change out behind him. So GCU not able to draw that one up exactly perfectly as it ends up on the stick of Sepinen. That'll get bounced off the boards and all the way down. Icing here on the Wildcats. Back in action here at the Tucson Arena November 3rd and 4th as Oklahoma comes to town. 1 p.m. starts for both of those games. So defensive zone here, face off for the Wildcats. Shetland gets in there, Fisher digs the puck out. Shively trying to get there quickly, able to beat out Tubacol, but Tubacol gets it back. But broken up yet again by Shively, and now Shetland with some speed over to Rossi. Rossi with a quick shot to Morinville, paddles that into the corner as GCU looks to break out here. Fisher gets to it first. Hard wipe out there by Olsen behind the play, but he's no worse for wear. Knocked down by an active stick there at the blue line by GCU. Another good stick there by Olsen as he knocked that down. Fisher knocked Josephson's stick out of his hands, but he's able to recover it quickly as GCU trying to put on the pressure early here in the third period. 18-10 left to go. So it looks like we're going to have a too many men on the ice penalty here, I believe. This is an interesting signal from the ref. Haven't seen that one in a little while, so it will be GCU going to the box for too many men on the ice. So it'll be Husby going into the box to serve the penalty for GCU. So the Wildcats here with another power play opportunity to possibly go up 3-0 here in the third period. So Swiger not able to win that. Josephson though, and Swiger going to work. Swiger quick turnaround shot. So it was too many men on the ice there. So the Wildcats working it down low. Walker, patience, back to Chioka. Walker and Chioka, nice little move there. Chioka quick shot. DeMorinville was down and out, but he's able to smother the puck. But a great little give and go there between Walker and Chioka. And Chioka really changes the dynamic of that power play as he is drawn back up into the lineup after missing a couple games. So offensive zone face-off here yet again. Swiger able to win it. Chioka, though, just can't get there quick enough. Glove down, though, by Walker. Walker, little in and out edge work there to create some space. Walker wanted to go back to Swiger, just couldn't get the puck away quick enough. So GCU really smothering along the boards. And Josephson's going to go for a penalty here behind the play, as he got the stick in on Trister and tripped him up. So Josephson will go to the box. So we'll have a 1:19 of 4-on-4, and then GCU will have a 40-second power play. Didn't see Trister go down, but number 2 for GCU has been involved in a lot of the shenanigans so far in these last 2 games. So Josephson obviously thought a bit of a sell job, but 4-on-4 here worked out well for the Wildcats earlier in this game, allowing that speed and skill to take over with a bit of open ice. So Will Josephson, who has a goal and an assist tonight, will go to the box. So 4-on-4 as the Wildcats look to build speed. Overland over to Shetland, the speedster on the team. Nice little move there to the middle, and Hodgson just couldn't clean it up as the third layer, as Shetland and Myers almost connected there. Now Myers, beautiful little move through the legs, but GCU able to fight that one out of the zone. Now a chance here out in front, all alone, and Sepinen shuts down the angle on the Ilon. Now Uckel there, good block by Overland. Great battle by Shetland to make sure that was Ziegler, of course it was, Connor Ziegler. That 22 gets tucked, it looks a lot like a 27, but Ziegler now, he'll ring it around the boards. Little bit of 4-on-4 time here left, 13 seconds, and then GCU will have a short power play as Husby hops up in the box. Olsen throws a big hit on Fisher, but now it comes to Swiger. Swiger with Fisher going middle. Swiger tries to find Fisher. He got tied up there by Uckel. Wildcats about to go on the penalty kill. Ziegler trying to feed it middle. Now a possible 2-on-1. GCU. Husby, time, space, hits the post. It's behind Sepinen, but a great job there to clear it out of the blue paint. So Husby all alone, and he was backdoor wide open net, and he just could not get enough on it. So Husby with 2 terrific chances, and GCU too easy there for Cummings as he comes in backdoor and buries it on Sepinen. So the Wildcats just get caught puck looking. Cummings comes in from the far boards back door and buries one. So after Husby couldn't finish off a great setup, Cummings makes no mistake. So now a 1-goal game as the Wildcats not able to convert on their power play. And GCU, once again, their power play is their greatest weapon. So the Wildcats here. And Myers gets absolutely plastered. That's going to be a penalty all day for boarding. Myers goes in dangerously to the boards. Luckily, though, he's feeling just fine, but GCU is definitely going back on the penalty kill here. So good to see Myers hop back up from that. That was a scary looking hit along the boards. So the Wildcats with a good opportunity here to try to get one of their own on the power play, and that was number 7, Dent, for GCU. Not to be too cliche, but Myers left a bit of a dent in the end boards from that. It's always amazing to me just how tough these guys are when they take hits like that and are just able to pop right back up. I think I'd be in the ER for about a week. So Sam Myers takes the punishment, but the Wildcats will get a power play out of it. A chance to extend this lead back to 2 after GCU converted on their power play. And from how effective GCU's power play has been, the Wildcats really need to make that a weapon of their own. And Dent is going to be done for the night, I believe. We'll see what the official call is, but it's going to be a game misconduct on Dent. Just too dangerous of a hit there. The refs want to make sure they keep a lid on this game. And when you throw a hit that dangerous, the way Myers went into the boards, seriously dangerous injuries can occur from that type of hit. So boarding, always viewed with such a critical eye.
Dylan Dent, a 5-minute major for checking from behind and a game misconduct. Time of the penalty, 4.
So it'll be ruled as checking from behind as Myers got plastered right in the numbers. So that's a 5-minute major and a game misconduct. So the Wildcats here with 14:56 left to go in the third period, 4:48 left on the power play, and the Wildcats have a chance here to get a couple on that major penalty. So definitely glad to see Myers in a good shape after that. Now Walker tries to work it out to the slot. Chioka, what a great job there by Chioka to knock that one down. But GCU fights through and almost gets the puck out. Now Laminis will. So the Wildcats with a 1-goal lead on a major power play here. 4:15 left to go on the power play. Chioka with a nice move there. Josephson back to Chioka. Chioka, quick shot on DeMorinville. Couldn't find that one in the pad, so that'll stay in the zone. Now Malco at the point could not contain that as Oakland tried to go right through him. Walker with a beautiful little move there. Another one on Oakland. So Dylan Walker creating space on his own. Now Shetland in, just can't get it past DeMorinville, but a great setup there by Walker to Shetland. Now Shetland again works it down low. Quick chance there. Chioka tries to go backdoor to Rossi, and he just couldn't finish off the sequence. So close to a beautiful tic-tac goal move there. But Rossi just not able to find the back of the net. So 13:32 left to go, 3:25 on the power play. Shetland will wind it up all the way around. Malco will get there first. Ryan Malco in the boards. They work it out back to the point. Overland looking for a lane, tries to get it down low. Rossi just couldn't pull the trigger on that, but Overland keeps it in the zone. Now Shetland dumps it back. Rossi gets there first. Rossi battling away on this shift, trying to keep the power play alive in the zone, and they do. Shetland now. Wildcats opening things up. Couple little touch passes here. Now Overland, quick shot. That's a good block there by Potak. So GCU battling hard here to kill off this major penalty. So the Wildcats really want to try to extend this lead back to 2. So now Walker heads up, shovels it in. DeMorinville tries to play it, not able to. Walker tied up behind the net. Josephson gets in there. That one comes out in front, and Jesse Lowell just not able to get the puck around DeMorinville. As DeMorinville got the poke check out and shut that down. 12:14 left to go. Down to 2 minutes on the power play. Wildcats really want to try to at least get some momentum out of this offensively. You might not score on the power play, but you see how often teams score right after when they can wear you down on a shift. But now Jesse Lowell goes wide, tries to open up some space, but Trister takes it away. Spring in there as well. Now Lowell working hard behind the net, comes out in front, shovels it on net, and DeMorinville just gets enough on it, and they couldn't finish up the rebound opportunity. Now another chance for the Wildcats. Walker waits, holds, Dylan Walker all the time in the world, and DeMorinville robs him. Walker just time and time and time tries to wait out DeMorinville and go top shelf. But DeMorinville, what a reaction there to stop that one and keep GCU in this game. So with 1:27 left to go on the major penalty, Shetland comes in, not able to win the face-off though. Rossi behind the net. Malco chases hard on the Ilon. Now they go back to the point. Overland to Myers to Overland. Works it across. Now they go back to Myers to Overland. GCU not giving up any shooting lanes. So the Wildcats are trying to work it around, and Shetland backdoor beauty. What a setup there as the Wildcats get the passing plays going. And at the back door, it's Tyler Shetland, the recipient of some great Seeing eye passes through the slot, and the Wildcats just wear down the GCU penalty kill, who up to this point had been doing a fantastic job limiting opportunities. But Tyler Shetland, no mistake, absolutely buries that one, wide open net. And after DeMorinville made that incredible save on Walker, there's no way he's getting across the crease that fast. So Tyler Shetland.
Goal! Scored by number 27, Tyler Shetland.
Assisted by number 23, Ari Rossi, and number 15, Sam Myers. Time of the goal, 8:49.
So I think it's Lowell who's down along the boards here. A bit slow to get up. He went for a tumble over the stick of a GCU player. So hopefully the captain, who certainly it takes a lot to injure a guy as tough as Jesse Lowell, definitely hopes to see him skate back to the bench and not down to the door. So he'll get his stick taps on the way back to the bench. Every Wildcat respects how much work Jesse Lowell puts in, game out. But he's back on the bench. Doesn't look to be in too much pain as the trainer checks in on him there. So Tyler Shetland with yet another goal in this campaign this season. Ari Rossi really getting into it there with Schwist. So the Wildcats restore that 2-goal lead and will stay on the power play because that was a major penalty. 42 seconds left to go on the penalty kill for GCU. Great burst of speed here by Myers, almost angles through the defense, but just couldn't finish off the move. So Sepinen, he passes it up himself there to Rossi. He touches it back to Myers. Now Walker will wind it up. Walker to Rossi. Rossi couldn't get it into the zone, but they hold it at the blue line. Great support there. 14 seconds left to go. And then we'll be back to 5-on-5. So Overland back to the point. Myers to Walker. Walker down low. 5 seconds left to go. Malco tries to touch it to Walker. Just didn't get enough on it. And they've got to watch out for Husby. He's out of the box and in. Husby dekes and Sepinen says no. Shuts the 5-hole. What a great job there by Nicholas Sepinen. And Myers buries his man. No penalty on the play. Wildcats come over the blue line. Now Malco, he tries to get it through the middle and he gets tripped up. So GCU is going to go right back to the penalty kill. This will be just a minor though. So number 2, Trister, go into the box for GCU. So this will be almost 7 continuous minutes of power play time for the Wildcats in the third period. Talk about a good way to finish a game. Makes playing defense a little bit easier when there was only 4 guys out there for almost a third of the period. So now the Wildcats power play will look to go back to work. Already 1 power play goal coming from Tyler Shetland. The other 2 coming from Jacob Cosden and Will Josephson. Josephson getting a lot of ice time here tonight, being rewarded for his effort so far in the games and in practice. Just a great locker room guy too. Chioka had no idea where that puck was. It went flying past him, kind of holding out his hands like, wait, where'd it go? But they recover, Sepinen. So now Walker, he'll gain some speed over the red line. Definitely was looking out from that hit from Laminis, had to stop up quicker. I think Laminis was trying to put him through the glass. So Sepinen will settle it down here, and Chioka will wind it up. Good speed through the neutral zone, but not able to connect as Niailon broke that pass up. Goes back down in on Sepinen. He'll settle it for Walker. 8:56 left to go in the third period. Wildcats up 3-1 with a chance to complete the weekend sweep. And it's in from the blue line. Dylan Walker. Sometimes when your wrist shot's that good, it'll go in from anywhere. But a tough break for DeMorinville as that just took a crazy hop out in front. Not the greatest celly in the world from Walker, as he knows that's not the most impressive one he's going to score. But after DeMorinville absolutely robbed Walker. He lets in one from basically the red line as Walker just dumped it in, but it takes a crazy carom and through the 5-hole. So a bit of bad luck there for DeMorinville, but a bit of good luck for Dylan Walker as he gets yet another one this weekend. So the Wildcats now with a 3-goal lead in the third period. They take advantage of their special teams, something that was problematic last night. This afternoon, not a problem at all.
Oh, a power play goal scored by number 16, Dylan Walker. Assisted by...
So now Hodgson getting into it with Trister. There's a big pile along the boards. There were some feisty players down there. So definitely going to believe Hodgson's going to the box here for a bit too much on Trister. I don't know what number 2 is doing out there for GCU, but he has certainly gotten under the skin of multiple Wildcats. Fortunately, though, for the Wildcats, they have gotten much better of GCU on the scoreboard, which is where it truly counts. So Hodgson, who has had a good physical game, did not like what number 2 was serving and went back at him a little bit too hard. Certainly a deserved penalty there for Hodgson, but good to see him sticking up for himself and for his team. You would definitely hate to see that in a close game, but up 4-1, I think it is important to, certainly not let yourself get pushed around, not let a guy talk a little bit too much. Maybe just let him know. Obviously in the ACHA, there's no fighting. You certainly don't want to have people, be unnecessarily physical in terms of risking anyone getting hurt, but Hodgson just stands up for himself, and the Wildcats will go on the PK here. So 2 minutes for roughing for Hodgson as GCU looks to work it on the power play. 8:32 left to go here in the game. If the GCU can get one here, these last 8 minutes look a lot different. Fanned on the shot in the slot. Good job there by the Wildcats to clog that up. Josephson not able to clear it. That one takes a funky carom and goes wide on Sepinen. But Fisher with a great job there. And that one hops out of the zone as Schwist was not able to control that. So now Laminis with Ziegler and Josephson out there as the penalty killing duo. Ziegler all over Laminis, not letting him go back up the boards to the point. Now they do find Cummings at the blue line. Uckel down to Schwist. Back to the point. Got to think that shot's coming soon. Cummings, quick shot there, and a hold by Sepinen, no rebound. So GCU certainly likes those 2 or 3 passes up high in the zone, back to the point, quick shot, try to crash down low. And the Wildcats have done a good job so far in this minute or so of the penalty kill, clearing out the blue paint and letting Sepinen get a clean look at that one, no rebound. GCU wins the faceoff. Laminis, quick pass there to Oakland. They touch it over to Uckel. Now down low to Cummings. Leading point getter for GCU, but Busby with a great move gets it out, and the net is empty. Didn't even realize that. It's the problem with not having a color person. When your eyes are on the puck, you lose sight of things going on behind the play. So the net is open for GCU. Interesting decision to pull it down 4-1, considering goal differential does matter in the ACHA, but GCU desperate here to try to get themselves back in this game. Got to think maybe DeMorinville will head back into the net once this power play is over. But the Wildcats here, if they could get a shorty empty netter, not something that happens exactly too often. But now Cummings with a touch over the line, and that's offsides as Busby caused just enough trouble. So DeMorinville back in the net for GCU. We'll see if they pull him again. So the refs have a little conference, I think, about where to bring this face off. Pretty good crowd here at the TCC for a 1 p.m. game, with the Roadrunners also playing this evening. Means so much to this team and the staff and the players to come support Wildcat hockey in person at the Tucson Arena. If you can make it, we'd love to have you down here. Thank you for tuning into the stream. So a timeout here. 6:54 left to go in the game. Wildcats up 4-1 with Walker and Shetland scoring this period and Josephson and Cosden scoring in the second. So a good chance here as this puck comes out to the face-off dot at center ice. Wildcats still shorthanded for another 14 seconds here. So Trister controls, gets it over to Spring. 5 seconds left to go, and then Hodgson's going to come flying out of the box. Good job there to break up that play. Hodgson, he's out of the box. They look to spring him. Good effort there by Trister to get back and beat it out, though, and cause the icing. Friday, November 3rd, Saturday, November 4th, Oklahoma comes to town. Be great if you could join us in person here at the Tucson Arena. Should be a great matchup as Oklahoma, a difficult opponent, should give the Wildcats a great test. GCU has definitely played some gritty hockey so far this weekend, but the Wildcats have definitely gotten the better of them. Robertson now works it back to Landmanis. So he'll try to wind it up and skate through the zone. Able to get it in deep. He takes a bit of a tumble for his troubles. So now Langus under pressure there. They try to get it out to the slot, but Langus recovers. GCU not able to keep that one in at the blue line. So the Wildcats here 6 minutes and 5 seconds away from closing this one out. Certainly a good sign to see this resilient Wildcats group after that ASU exhibition game come out, play some good hockey, face some adversity today with a number of line changes, but I've liked Eriksson's game. Marquis has drawn back in, been good. Eriksson with another good hit there. And just overall, guys stepping up, taking the challenge of playing with different line mates. Now Eriksson, he feeds it down low. Malco tries to swing it back out in front, but Uckel breaks that up. Now it's Wright. He's working there with number 19, Henriksen, as they try to get it on the forecheck. Cannot establish it. Eriksson just hammers that one off the boards, and nice little play there. Doesn't get put too much on it to take the icing as Marquis pressures his man. They get it up to Olsen over the blue line. Good back check there by Swiger. Pokes the puck away and then pushes the man off the body. Potak, though, able to recover Olsen. Trying to work it on the far boards. Now a chance here. Trister looks slot. Good job breaking that up there. Swiger. So now Walker in a battle. Swiger just tries to shovel it. Gets it as far as Jesse Lowell. He puts it right into Landmanis. Jesse Lowell with the 10-foot vertical leap there, trying to knock that one down. But GCU gets it into the zone, but a couple good poke checks, and it goes right back the other way. Jesse Lowell working 3-on-1 here. Definitely would have been interesting to see if he could have got that puck to Walker. That one rides the glass and ends up in the penalty box. 4:30 left to go in the final period here. So Tyler Shetland having himself another good game. Walker, a funky goal from the red line, but rewarded for the amount of opportunities he got tonight, this afternoon. And then Josephson and Cosden with the other two. This one will go all the way down for icing as Busby drew that one out a little bit. But it comes all the way back down as Nyalon was not able to get there first. So Myers, Rossi, and Shetland out there up front. That 5-minute major that Dent took on the hit from Myers really changed the feeling of this game in the third period. So the Wildcats were able to restore their multi-goal lead after that. So the Wildcats here trying to defend these. Great blocker save there by Sepinen. He had to be aware to that quick shot. Great little move there by Chioka to get it out of traffic. Rossi takes a big hit from Nylon. So now Busby. Myers tries to get it up to Rossi. GCU will bring it right back into the zone. Spring. They try to go back door and they connect. Good patience there from Peterson. I believe that was Schwist. He found back door, so no chance for Sepinen on that save. Now with 3:48 left to go in the game, GCU only down by 2. So certainly sticking with it, fighting to the final whistle here as they get their first opportunity in a little while, and it's a beauty of a goal backdoor. So Sepinen only beat tonight on those 2 backdoor plays. So now Overland. GCU tying things up at the blue line, trying to get back in quick with 3:34 left to go. Sepinen will just glove that one down. DeMorinville makes a quick sprint to the bench, so GCU is going to go with the extra attacker here, hoping to get possession off this face-off, so guessing it's going to be Will Josephson's job here. Win this face-off, get possession. 3:32 left to go in the period. Josephson in to take the face-off against Lewis. Josephson, great job to win that one in the dot. Net is empty for GCU if the Wildcats can get possession here. Jesse Lowell had the empty netter last night. Can someone get it this afternoon? Could it finally be Connor Ziegler? Good job there by Cummings to pull that one off the boards. Now, and a quick, just bang, bang play down in front. Trister throws it on net and Tabacol. So now a 1-goal game with quick back-to-back goals by GCU. They are not going away here. 3:09 left to go in what looked like a simple wrap-up for the Wildcats in the third period. Have given GCU just too many chances now, and they've capitalized on them. No chance there for Sepinen again, as that one's tipped down low out in front. So I'm guessing as soon as GCU, if they can get possession, they're going to pull DeMorinville again. So Fisher goes back for it. DeMorinville, he sprints off to the bench. Wildcats need to get this empty netter. So now Spring with it, gets it up over the blue line for GCU. Peterson gets it around to Schwist. Landmanis. They got 2 players jamming down low. GCU pushing for that tying goal. 2:37 left. Now Spring shadowed by Walker. Wildcats need to get possession and get this out of the zone. GCU is working it around the perimeter, but guessing they're looking for that slot shot again, or a shot from the point with a tip out in front. Go back to Landmanis. 2:16 left to go in the third period. Quick shot there, looking for multiple tips out in front, and I think Sepinen got in front of that one. Fisher tries to clear it, but Landmanis holds it at the blue line. GCU applying a lot of pressure here. Schwist back to Landmanis. Quick shot, that one just goes high. Karam's off the end boards. 1:54 left to go. Some tired Wildcats out here on this shift as GCU has just kept them hemmed in with the 6th attacker. Quick shot there again. Sepinen finally able to hold that one. Fisher takes a hard cross check up high. So certainly a bit of feistiness towards the end of this game, as the Wildcats look to hold on to what was a 3-goal lead has been cut to 1. Shetland and Myers and Rossi will come out up front. Busby and Chioka at the back. 1:44 left to go. Schwist in to take the face-off against Shetland. Shetland does a good job to win that face-off. They hammer it off the boards and down. So Myers trying to apply the pressure. Net is still empty for GCU. The Wildcats can break up these plays in the neutral zone. GCU will ring it around, try to use that extra attacker. Oakland comes flying in. GCU not able to keep possession though. Busby. Myers can't get it past the boards as it's sealed off there. Now Shetland, 1:15 left to go. GCU coming with everything they've got. Held in at the line by Trister. They go back to Tubolko, and almost another tip play out in front here. GCU working those points, getting guys down low. An absolute battle out in front, and they're going to send Cummings and Busby. They're going to send them both. I think Busby will take that trade all day. Break out the momentum for GCU, take their leading point scorer off the ice for the final 59 seconds. So we're going to finish up this game. We'll see if they keep it 5-on-5 or go 4-on-4, as both guys are going to go for roughing. So a timeout here for GCU as they try to draw up a strategy to get this game tied. So since they're going to pull DeMorinville, it'll be 5-on-4 for the final 59 seconds. And it's up to the Wildcats to close this game out, get the win, secure the weekend sweep, and move on to the next ones as the Wildcats, only their 5th game of the season today, and we're almost towards the end of October, so it's been a little bit of a interesting start here schedule-wise for the Wildcats, but back-to-back weekend wins against Utah
number
and
33,
GCU.
Jacob Cummings, 2 minutes for hooking. Arizona penalty on number 4, Luke Busby, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty is 19 minutes of the third period.
So it was Cummings for hooking, Busby for roughing. Face-off incredibly important here. We'll see who Chad Berman decides to trust with that duty. Guessing it's going to be Will Josephson. Yep, number 11, Josephson out there. He's been great in the dot so far tonight. Big face-off here for Josephson with 59 seconds left to go in the period. Josephson able to tie up Schwist. Puck still in their feet. Wildcats can't get it out of the zone though. Laminis goes down low. GCU feeling like they've got a great chance to get back in this if they can keep working their system. Shot there just goes wide. I think Lowell got in the lane and forced it. So Josephson now trying to get in on Laminis. Wildcats want to take away as many lanes as they can. Some tense final 28 seconds here. Shot down low. Sepinen paddles it to the boards, but Laminis holds it in. Schwist now, he gets his space taken away by Lowell. 16 seconds left to go in the game. Wildcats tooth and nail trying to hold on here. A great shot by Oakland just goes wide. Wildcats 6 seconds left to go. Lowell will hammer it all the way down the ice. And GCU won't be able to get there in time. That will do it, folks. The Wildcats hold on. A little bit of a nail biter there in the third period as GCU did not give up. But the Wildcats secure the back-to-back wins evening and afternoon. So the Wildcats move to 4-1 on the season. Back-to-back weekend wins. Great game here this afternoon as the Wildcats had to battle some adversity, but certainly rose to the challenge. We will be back at the Tucson Arena November 3rd and 4th to take on Oklahoma. This is Wildcat Hockey.